Well, hello everyone, and welcome back to my channel. I am on the move this morning. I am now in Redondo Beach. I have a location that I just need to get some outside photos of really quick. It took me an hour and 7 minutes to get over here. Okay, and then when I leave here, I am running over to Venice, California, and then from that point, I have 4 more. So I have a total of 5 or maybe 6. I have to verify that when I get back to the car. Okay, so that didn't take but about 5 minutes for an hour and 7 minute ride. Okay, but I was able to get it done. So we're gonna go to the next location, and I'll explain to you exactly what's going on when I have a chance to breathe. Right now, I can't even breathe. Okay, because baby, I pushed this one in there. I just threw it in there for early, bright in the morning. It is 9:10 in the morning, okay? And I need to get to my very next appointment. But you guys know I got a lot of explaining to do. All right, check you on the flip. So once again, like I said before, I have 5 this morning. Yeah, I have 5 this morning. It was originally supposed to be 4, but it is in fact 5 because I fit one in at the beginning, which is why I ended up in Redondo Beach. Today was going to be that day that I was going outside of my area to Venice, where Redondo is a little further. And it was the only one in that area. And since I knew that it wouldn't be those many miles from where I was originally going, I decided to go on ahead and fit it in and throw it in for that morning. This is one of those that didn't see a need to go in and, all that old blah, blah, blah. And so he stopped answering phone calls. I let my regional person know, and I was given the okay to just go and get the outside images if I wanted to. So it's not going to dock the pay. So that's exactly what I did and knocked it out. And it is what it is. If they told me I could go, so if you get upset about it, not my problemo. All right. So now I'm going back to Venice. That trip from the house took me an hour and 7 minutes to get over there. So I wanted to start my morning dead on the nail at 9 a.m. And I managed to do so because when I got over there, it was 9:04 when I got out of the car. Okay, so now I'm heading back to Venice. Venice is 40-something minutes away from that location. And when I get down here, all of the other 4 are in this area, and they are all the same exact zip code. Okay, so we're going to be turning corners, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 6 minutes, that type of stuff. But my very first quote-unquote appointment, actually, the one in Venice, is at 10 o'clock. And the 10 o'clock appointment is a dwelling commercial. So we're going to go and see, well, I'm assuming, it says it has a commercial building on it. So I'm going to see exactly what it is. And someone said they'll be waiting for me on the outside for 10 o'clock. And according to my map, I'll get there at 9:55. So I decided I'd talk to you guys really quick right now, let you know what's going on. And of course, I decided that I would go ahead and go to Venice. And that is because, y'all know, okay. Y'all know. But anyway, once I knock this out, and I will give you guys an update at the end of what I'm looking at as far as my day is concerned. So far, so good. I was concerned about that first one. It was working my nerves, and I almost didn't go. The later it got last night, I didn't want to go, you know, but I said, well, you've been thinking about it too much. And when I woke up this morning, it was on my mind. I said, you know what? Yep, let's go ahead and get out here. It was just really rough having to do so because, you know, of the early morning traffic and all of that stuff. That's what made it so hard, because I knew what I was about to be running into. And that morning hour traffic and people barely acting like they even know how to remotely drive. It was insane. They were driving so fast. You know, it seems like everybody's late for work. I don't know, but I do not be trying to be out inside of morning traffic, okay? And I guess you could say we still in morning. It's so many people out. Woo-wee! See, that's why I be setting my appointment for 10 o'clock at the earliest, all right? And if I can start at 11, I'll do so. Baby, I be trying to avoid all of this. This right here is crazy. But I will hit you guys up when I get over there after I'm finished with my next appointment.
Let's go. I wake up to a little bit of drool on my pillow, feel like it's gonna be a bad day. Yeah, I'm tired of shit, and the coffee ain't hit yet, damn, ain't that great. I don't wanna go to work, cause my boss is a jerk, and I'm not even that paid. I need a change in my life, cause I don't feel alive, and there's nothing that makes me happy. Hold my beer for a minute, I'm about to quit my job, cash in for a ticket. I'm going on a trip, and I don't plan to visit. I'm gonna stay there till I feel like...
So that one was easy once I actually found it. The map was telling me to go to a street, and when I got to the street, it wasn't an actual street. It was a sidewalk in between some buildings. And then the lady, I called her, and she said she got there early, so she was already outside the building helping the maintenance do something, and so she was trying to guide me to where she was. And the whole time, she was calling out the wrong street name. The file says one street, but the actual street where you can drive in is a totally different name. So I was seeing it and I was busting U-turns and going back. I was like, something's not right. And the whole time it was a totally different street. But we got it knocked out. It was like little cute duplexes. I am in Marina del Rey, Venice, and it is, I'm at the beach. Well, not at the beach, right by the beach, and I'm trying to get these knocked out. The next one is right up the street here. It says 2 minutes. Well, it's less than two minutes because it's right on this street, 500 feet, something like that. Y'all know I can't see, I ain't got on my glasses. But yeah, I'm busting corners over here. And hopefully this street has parking, because that street, there was no parking on that road at all. And it was not cute. I will be done at least by 12:30, 12 if best. And that'll give me 3 hours, $425 plus an extra $60 for coming. And that would be my day. A pretty good day, because, well, you know what? I thought I wasn't going to have to work tomorrow, but I do. I have one at 11 o'clock. I don't know what I was thinking, but I'm going to knock it out. So let's see if we can get lucky and find some parking up here. Tight squeeze. Okay, since I got here a little early, and I did not know that the location was going to be literally 2 minutes up the street, I was able to stop for a second and make a few phone calls. Make sure that I've knocked some of these things out for next week. And in the midst of that, I got a call, and the person that I'm supposed to meet for this appointment is here already. She told me that she wanted to let me know that she's made it. Thank goodness, because I still had another 17 minutes and I didn't want to wait. But she's here. So I'm going to get out and we're going to knock that out. And it's only going to make it worse, okay? Because I have 2 more after this one to go. And I don't think it's going to work out that good. Now, bear in mind, I would have made sure that all of my appointments were back to back to back so that, you know, I can knock them out. But unfortunately, even though I did use the actual app itself to make sure that, you know, they were close in proximity, it still doesn't matter when it comes to setting the appointments, because you're not going to always be able to get the appointments in the exact order. But at least you'll know that they're in the same area. So that's a plus. But yeah, that 2 minutes, and I got another one. I think that one is, the next one is 7 minutes. I'm not sure, but I will see. But yeah, we're gonna go over here and take care of this, and I'll be back. So this location was a apartment, but it used to be, of course, a home, a large home, and they turned it into 5 apartment units. So that one was pretty easy. I got over here and I still had to wait a minute for her because she couldn't find parking like she thought she was going to be able to find it. But at least we were able to get it done. And that is a blessing in itself. But now, eventually, things are going to slow down and I'm not going to know what I'm going to do with myself. I may have to actually take a visit to the beach. I don't know for sure. We're going to see. This one right here didn't have any fire extinguishers though. She knows she's gonna have to get that, and she didn't get a chance to let the tenants know that we were gonna need access into a unit. So these people are serious about not going into people's units if they don't know they're going in there. So she didn't tell them, and so she didn't want to open the door. Okay, so with that being said, it is 11:06 and we are done with this inspection. I mean, what can you do if they don't want to go inside of a unit? Nothing, but except that they don't want to go. And I run into this quite a lot. I deal with this type of stuff. I deal with this even when you tell them and they know way ahead of time. A lot of times they just don't want to let these tenants know. A lot of times, oh, I'm just looking a mess out here today. Bra showing. Oh, just got too much going on, girl. Okay, you know what? Bump it. Bump it. Pump it and dump it. Oh my God. Whew. The weather is changing for real. But yeah, I run across that issue a lot, where they don't want to let you inside of a unit. And she was very sweet, but she said she forgot to let them know that I needed access. First, she tried to say, well, I wasn't aware. Yeah, you were aware. Remember, I told you we're going to need access to at least one of the units, and you thought I needed all of them? Yeah, you knew. Okay. Maybe they like to try to say they didn't know, but you knew. Well, they're not here, and I don't like to go in people's units, and they're not home regardless, and they work all day. Okay, that's fine. I'll let them know access to the entry was denied. She was like, okay. All right. Let me get some air up in here. I'm scared to even look and see how close this next one is, because I still have, well, you know what? The last one, questions are already answered, and all I have to do is go over there and get the images and go inside of a unit. And the insured told me to just knock on any door because everyone knows I'm coming. Okay, so now if don't nobody answer, you need to already know what's gonna go down. They be doing too much. Knock on any door. Ooh, my head sweated. Knock on any door because everyone knows you're coming. Okay. That is insane right there. So we're gonna find out, because you know I ain't scared. I'm not gonna hold the door. Okay. This is exactly what I'm gonna do. So let me check real quick and see how far away this next location is. Okay, so it seems like The one that the next appointment, which is 48 minutes from now, is only 4 minutes away from where I'm sitting. And the one that doesn't require an appointment is only 2 minutes away from where I'm sitting. So I'm going to switch this up a little bit, shall we? And I'm going to go ahead and knock this other one out, so that by the time I hit that last one, we'll be heading to the house. Okay, so let's roll out. All right. He had a lock on the door. He locked. But I sent her a message because I told her I needed to get access to it, and she didn't even respond. I guess she was like, get out of the car and go over there and touch it. You'll see it's not locked, because it's not locked. Okay. I was able to get it done and knock it out. Okay. So that's a plus. That's the building behind me there. Behind that brush. Yeah, it's pretty long back there, but that's where I went. So I handled that. So that means I no longer have one between 12 and 12:30. Okay. I jumped out of my setup, out of my rotation, and it is done, settled, and out of here. Okay. I'm so glad to be almost done with this day. You have no idea. Y'all, I am so glad to be almost done with it. Mainly because I set it out 2 weeks in the beginning anyway, to make sure that I was able to put everybody on the same day. Okay. And with that being said, it has caused me much stress even thinking about it, and having to go to sleep and get up early. I haven't had to get up that early in a minute, okay, to even get over here. And you can't predict the traffic, period. Okay, you can look up and say how far it is, okay, but I knew if you look up a location over here from where I am, and in the late night hour when there's nobody on the road, and it still can possibly take you 35 to 40 minutes, nobody's on the road, you can imagine if you coming in the daytime. Okay, but at least I was able to knock that out. And I already know for sure on the way home, it is not going to be, it's not going to take as long. Probably about 40 minutes probably to go home. But yeah, I'm going to go now though. Where's my key? I'm going to go to the next location. This one right here had everything. Everything was perfect. The railings was just right. The heights was just right. The gas main in the back, everything was just right. I went into the apartment unit and a quick little laughs with the unit tenant. You know, she said to just knock on some doors. I knocked on one. I'm like, let me see how many doors I'm gonna have to knock on. I knocked on one door and she answered the door. Okay. So that was good. When I turned the corner, at first I thought I was gonna have to do that one. You see that one in the corner there? I thought that was the one I was gonna end up at with nobody living in it because they still working on it. But turns out it wasn't, and I'm so happy because those would have been a lot of pictures. Okay. So we're gonna go on ahead and go to the other one now. They're supposed to be at 12. Maybe they are already there. Okay. And then we'll be able to knock it out. Some days it's really breezy, easy. A day in the life, guys. Let's roll out. Okay, so I had to move my car because I was sticking halfway out of a parking spot, and this side of the street is street cleaning until 12 noon. But I have my blinkers on. I have to wait another 9 minutes because she called me, my contact, right before I got over here to try to move my car and to verify that she was going to meet at 12. I let her know I was already over here, and she was like, I'm going to try to get there as quick as I can, but I'm in a little traffic. I estimate I won't be there until 12 noon. I'm like, okay, that's fine. I can wait 10 minutes because I know that once I actually get through handling this, at least I don't have to go to the next one because I hit it first. Y'all, you hear me, did y'all? I knocked it out. Okay, so it is what it is on that. So I'm gonna give her that 10 minutes. I've made all of the calls I needed to make. I have left some voicemails. None of those have called me back, and these are the ones that I'm going to be throwing over onto next week. Still have some spaces open, so, and it won't be over here. It's dead in the middle of LA. I won't be coming this far next week at all. So hopefully some of them are going ahead and start calling back today so I can go ahead and get them situated. And well, you know what, it's whenever they call, okay? It's whenever they call, because today is Wednesday, and there's a lot of days between today and Monday of next week. And so far I only have 7 scheduled for next week, and I have 3 at home that I called and 4 in here. Yeah, that will give me a complete 17. And I'm pretty sure they're going to keep sending some stuff in. So, I mean, you know, putting some stuff in the system. So whatever happens, it happens. I have a full week. I already know it because I done called it. Okay. I be calling it. Calling it. Bring me more work. Don't trust me. I wish I didn't have to do no work at all to make no money. Okay. And it's coming. Yes, indeed, it's coming. But as for right now, at this moment, I got a bump and grind. All right. So, anywho, let me snack on a little something while I wait on her. I ate a banana earlier. And right now, I'm going to eat on me some oranges and some pineapple, some cut up chunks, and so I won't be feeling so bold in need of food before she comes. All right. And then I'll hit you guys back up. Okay. Good people. Those were 6 bungalows. They are so cute back there. Okay. White trimmed in this lime colored green. It looks so beachy to match the beach. What? 1 block over, because I'm literally at the ocean. All right. Everything was where it should be. Well, the fire extinguisher is there, but it don't have a tag. Okay, but they'll find out. All right. But anyway, other than that, everything is done, and it is now 12:18. 12:18. All right. So that is 3 hours and 18 minutes. I have done 5 for a total of $425.60 to come. Brought me a total of $485. 3 hours and 18 minutes. All right. And guess what I'm about to do? I'm about to go home, pull these clothes off, because this sun is calling me. My body has been needing this. You know what I'm saying? It's substitute for vitamin D all during the winter. I'm so glad this weather has changed. Girl finna go get her a hike in. All right. But until next time, y'all know exactly what to do. Like, subscribe, turn on the notification bell, because you know I'll be bringing you back something later. If I can get my seatbelt on. Enjoy the rest of your day.